What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sip Off, where we have drinks and talk all things basketball. I'm your host, Megan Price, and we have a jam packed show for you today. But first off, let me go ahead and get my co host. We have Jahan Phillips.
What's up? What's up? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Doing well. How's your week?
Downhill since Monday, but promising, promising. Yours?
Promising. It's been good. Kind of tired. Glad tomorrow's Friday, but then I work all
Amen.
weekend, so it don't matter.
Amen. Till Friday though.
What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking some MGD. I got a fallen hero in my life, and that was his jam. So I'm gonna do it for him tonight. Got some Crown Peach as always. You know, we're gonna do it live this show. So I'm gonna try to go through this
Absolutely. Well,
whole
my
whole rack.
condolences for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our guests in. We have Will Vogel. What's up, Will? Nobody's wearing glasses. Everybody on this panel wears glasses right now, and none of us can see right now.
I can see up close. I can
I'm
see up
actually
close.
wearing a hat too. It's ESPN College Game Day Radio.
Okay.
I can see up close. I can't see distance. So right now I'm good.
I will never get rid
I
of
can
this.
see, I can see my eyelashes.
I will never get rid of this hat. I can't see
Never.
crap.
Don't get rid of it.
Can't see anything.
I can't see crap, obviously.
All right, guys, we have our other guest. We have Joseph Jenkins. What's up, Joseph? No
I thought-
glasses.
I thought
Nobody can see.
I joined the club because I just heard you guys talking. I said, you know what? Why not? Let's get a part of it.
Whose man is
condolences
this?
to-
I
my
don't even know who
condolences-
this guy
Whose man
is.
this?
My condolences to you, Jahan. Real
Hey
talk.
man, appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Same here.
Appreciate
I
y'all,
can
bro.
barely see you guys, but I know you're there.
Yeah,
same,
same.
right?
All
Join the blind
right,
club.
guys.
But I might have to put the
Last-
glasses back on because I'm watching the game.
Same, right?
Last but
Like
not least, we
literally,
have
I'm like,
Detroit Dom. Also, what's up, Dom?
Okay, two things. One, I can see because I'm wearing my contacts. Two, call me Vanessa Williams. Save the best for last.
Womp womp. Womp womp. That was so cringe. My boy, that was cringy.
Real talk. I agree with Jahan.
Shout out to Megan
Okay,
Spacebar.
so thank you. Do a shot. Everybody, do a shot.
Let's go.
All right.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
You got that Foreskins cup, Jahan? Oh, sorry,
Oh,
Megan.
God.
Sorry.
Every
You're
fucking
terrible.
week, Dom.
Always going to be that to me. What are they called now? Comanches? Commandos?
Commanders.
The
The
comment.
communists.
Downtrodden of the NFC East. What are we taking shots
Okay,
of?
what's everybody drinking? I'm drinking Codalejo.
Can I please
Fireball.
get a sponsorship, please?
Okay, peach Korea.
I'm thinking
Joseph,
about
you
picking
doing
up-
I
no
still
shots?
struggle mightily to find Peach Crown in my hood.
I don't have no
I
liquor
took
in the house.
I took the hat off to show my new fresh haircut.
Why you putting
Fresh
a hat
deal.
over a cut? Why you putting a hat over a fresh cut anyway?
No idea.
Hey,
I think they cut
John,
it a
shout
little
out to you
short.
for drinking MGD for your homeboy that passed. We were talking backstage. Same. My boy that died, he drank MGD as well. But so did I. But when I drink it for him. Hey, there it is. Redskins. Let's go.
All right, cheers, y'all. My dog.
Team.
John, when you do the next one though, you got to hold it by the handle and pinky up.
Deal.
Okay, guys, we're going to start off with our players of the week. So for the NBA, in the East, we got Jimmy Buckets. In the West, we got Luka. So let's start off with that. Who y'all want to start with?
It's your
Either
show.
or.
Not in the mood.
Okay, Jimmy.
You want to flip a coin? Jimmy?
We don't know. We're gonna do Jimmy. He is a small forward. He's from Houston, Texas originally. He's 32 years old. He's 6'7", 230 pounds. He was drafted in 2011. He was the 30th overall pick, and he was selected by the Chicago Bulls. His playing career has been since 2011 to present. He was with the Bulls from 11 to 17. 17 to 18, he was with the Timberwolves. 18 to 19, he was with the Sixers. And currently, he is with the Miami Heat since 2019. He is a 6-time NBA All-Star. He is a 4-time All-NBA third team. He is a 5-time NBA All-Defensive second team. And he's the NBA Most Improved Player in 2015. And he was a steals leader in 2021. John, you got anything?
Jimmy Butler, averaging over 28 points a game this postseason. His averages from regular season to postseason have quantified. It's unreal
You know it, Sam.
how much better he is in the postseason than he is in the regular season. I saw this something crazy the other day. Jimmy Butler has no regular season 40-point games. He has 5 40-point playoff games with the Miami Heat. They were absolutely my pick in game 1 with no Horford and no Smart. And Boston came out on a mission. Boston looked phenomenal until the third quarter. And after the third quarter explosion, Jimmy ended with a 40-piece McNugget with Szechuan sauce, the GOAT McDonald's sauce, by the way.
It's sweet and sour, but keep going.
But it just
Spicy ketchup.
Jimmy Whataburger spicy ketchup.
Mhm.
Goated. But anyhow,
Hey,
that's
cross
neither here nor there.
promotions.
But that's neither here. But Jimmy has performed phenomenally. Wherever you have him ranked prior to whatever it is right now, he's got to be in the discussion of best player in the NBA right now currently. Jimmy, what did he tell Jaylen Brown? They drafted you because you supposed to be the next me. Ain't nobody the next you. So Jimmy talking his talk right now, and it's deservedly so. Hats off to him. Definitely definite great choice for our player of the week. Hats off.
Okay. Dom.
Well, as you know, my Jimmy Bucket fandom is well known. He's probably my favorite player in the NBA, other than the mayor. Just great two-way player, possibly the best two-way player in the NBA. As you said, 5-time All-NBA defensive. And that's what made me a fan of him early on in his career. Like, this dude gets it done on both ends. He's got mad heart. He's a leader. And he's not a great shooter. He was like second or third lowest in the league this year in three-point percentage, under 20%. Of course, in the playoffs, he's raised that to about 35%. And just watching him the other night, he was a one-man wrecking crew, like 12 of 19 from the floor. Got to the free throw line 8, 9, maybe 10 times, including and ones, and missed one free throw. Like, he lifted that team in the bubble all the way to the finals, and I think they get back there again this year. And shame on me for not wearing one of my Jimmy Butler jerseys, but I went ISO Joe. Joe, what you got?
You could go change real quick.
I could. It's too late.
Right.
So
Can't change in the middle of a date.
I would say I don't necessarily. I do.
Can you drop me off the crib? I'm gonna change my outfit. Turn off everything, bro. Check out my outfit.
Joseph.
Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure everybody got it out. But I think Jimmy is a good shooter. I just think the three is not part of his game. So I wouldn't say he's not a good shooter. He's actually rather efficient. He's Kawhi Leonard without the three ball. He's a great two-way defender. He's tough. He's gritty. And he has high character and high IQ about him. He can get 40 points and it'd be so smooth. It'd be the most smoothest 40 points. And he has just such a great feel for the game. Everywhere he's been, they've been legs and going places that they hadn't been in a long time. And given the way that players respond to him, where Joel said he is the player that he loved the most, you can't be around him if you're not tough. And the biggest thing about it is he just wants to win. His legacy is already fulfilled. His legacy is already there. He's not tripping on what people rate him and things of that nature. All he wants is just to win. And I go to the story that they had during the game where they were sitting there saying that when he had gotten to the league, he had a real bad image about him. He was negative body language. He wasn't doing much. And then he didn't know why he wasn't playing. So then they showed him a tape of him all season, and he had actually had horrible body language. But what they said that he realizes that he said he'll never let that happen to him ever again. And ever since that moment, we see the Jimmy Butler that we see right now. I love Jimmy Butler. I love his game. He is what he's doing right now, what everyone based off of the season this year thought DeMar DeRozan was going to do in the playoffs. But he's not, because DeMar is a little bit below him. But Jimmy's great.
I don't know if I would put DeMar below Jimmy. I don't know if I would go that far. But I mean, winning matters, so I'll give you that. Like he's in the postseason and he's made it as far as he has. So if it's off of winning only, then I will say that I would be forced to agree. But as far as who would I take over who, personally, I would probably take DeMar over.
Is that biased?
It's hard to say with Chicago because they weren't healthy. I think Chicago could easily be where Boston is.
When they were healthy, did y'all see what DeMar was doing? 40 and 50 every fucking night.
Even after they started getting banged up, that run he went on.
DeMar's not a two-way player though. I will give you that too as well. He's not a two-way player.
He's okay defender.
My only thing is that biased because he played for the Spurs.
I don't care.
I'm just asking.
You did not like DeMar. You did not like that DeMar acquisition, and then you kind of warmed up to it.
Correct, because when he first came, he was real jolted by the whole situation. Like he was real jaded. He had a life that he had built in Toronto, and that was his home away from home. So if he was going to go anywhere, I feel like he wanted to go back to Cali, and he. I had hoped that, he would come and he would want to learn under somebody like Popovich. And like Pop told him, he was like, we traded for you. Like you were the one we picked. You're the one out of everybody that was available that we picked.
Right.
Like, we traded for you. So, I think that second and third season, we saw a different DeMar. And I swear to God, I hate the DeFrozen nickname because I feel like he outgrew that, and especially in his third season with the Spurs. And he didn't dick us around. Like when he was ready to go, he played his entire contract. When he was ready to go, he's ready to go. Like he didn't do us in any type of bad way. So like it's nothing but respect for what he's done in Chicago, and I hope they have a great season next year.
And like you said, amazing mid-range player.
One of the best.
Amazing.
What more can you say?
The lost art of the mid-range game.
What more?
Exactly.
What more can you say about Jimmy Butler? The guy is hard like a lion. This guy's tough as nails. Always wants to win. Does whatever it takes to win. This guy is tough, gritty, all the above. Loves the game of basketball. I feel like he doesn't do it as a job. He just does it because he loves it. This guy in the Sixers series went off. He went berserk. He had game 1, 15 points, 9 rebounds. Game 2, 22 points, 12 assists, 6 rebounds. Game 3, 33 points, 10 rebounds. Game 4, 40 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Game 5, 23 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Game 6, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. And the most recent game against Boston, 41 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. This guy is a baller, and he gives heart every single day of the week. And is tough as nails, and I have mad respect for him. Mad respect. And I also kind of have a bias where I don't like him because I went to a Hornets game when he played against the Hornets and when he played for the Sixers, and he had a game winner on us, but still, I'm over that. Jimmy Butler, phenomenal player.
Absolutely.
One thing real quick before you go, Megan. Y'all remember when he showed up to practice with Minnesota pissed off and was like, give me 9, 10, 11, and 12 off the bench, and we're about to house the starters and the sixth man, and he did. I loved Jimmy before that, but when he did that, I was like, I hurt you, Jimmy. Go ahead, Megan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same. No, same.
Yeah, do you?
I love a player with heart. I love a player with heart.
You
That's
can't put
So
why
it
I
from.
said heart of a lion. That guy's tough.
okay. So moving
With the
over to the
capital
West. Now
T.
this is somebody that we have covered on Player of the Week before, just because I mean it is who it is. So for the West, we got Luca. He is a point guard, small forward. He is only 23 years old, and if you didn't know it, he's already at number 10 on triple doubles of all time. Only 23 years old. He's 6'7", he's 30 pounds. He went third overall in the 2018 draft. He was selected by the Hawks. Was traded for Trey Young, but he played for Real Madrid from 2015 to 2018, and then he's been with the Mavs since 2018. He's a three-time NBA All-Star. He's a two-time NBA First Team. Was Rookie of the Year in 2019. He was All Rookie First Team in 2019. He was a EuroLeague champion in 2018, EuroLeague MVP in 2018. On and on with the Euro right there. So, Jahan, what you got?
I just want to say, when you are for your playoff career in talks with Michael Jordan, you're already doing something. Luka is second all time currently in career playoff scoring average. Although, albeit this is 24 games played, and Michael Jordan did in 179 games. That's neither here nor there. To be in that conversation says a lot already. What he was able to do in Game 7 against Phoenix was unheard of. Match Phoenix at the half in scoring. Unheard of. Phoenix laid an egg. I'll get to that later, but that's neither here nor there. Luka Doncic for 3. I mean,
Kind of reminded me of young Dirk with them one-footed fadeaways.
yeah. I mean, he did his thing. Luka did his thing. I have
And
my own feelings towards Luka for
dude,
how he plays the game, but you can't deny what he's been able to do. The kid
He's
is
a
phenomenal.
crybaby to the refs.
Yeah, the kid is
He
phenomenal.
is.
The kid is phenomenal though. Like,
that's interesting that said that though, because he's right though. He's like Dirk in the same shot, hits it from like the 15, 20 feet. That's interesting.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's similar. It's similar. It's Dirk-esque.
Dirkish.
Was Dirk a crybaby though?
No,
No,
he was talking about the
Not
fader.
at all.
He was talking
Yeah.
about the fader though. He was just talking
Luka
about the fader.
needs to cry less and eat less.
yeah, it's just similar.
I'm
Luka
really
finally
afraid that
looked
man's
human.
going to eat his
Luka
way out
finally
the
looked
league.
human last night, though. Luka finally looked human. I feel like for the first time since he's been in these playoffs, Andrew Wiggins had him in clamps.
You couldn't wait to say that.
Yeah, couldn't wait to say it. You know, I couldn't wait to say it. I've been dying for Luka to have a
No,
bad
yeah.
game.
Say that all day.
So
I mean,
I'm
that's-
just saying.
That's what happened.
That's huge. If you can shut down someone like Luka, that's huge.
21 points. Luka had 21. He just came off a 27-point half the game prior. So I mean, to hold him to 21 for a game, unheard of. But go ahead, Dominic.
Like you said, the young Jordan comparison was very apt because Luka right now reminds me of 80, 85, 86-ish Michael Jordan. Also reminds me a little bit of LeBron and his first trip to the finals. Like, he's doing it basically by himself. Most people thought Dallas would maybe possibly get out of the first round. Now they're in the conference finals. Of course, you know, some Game 7 heroics by a certain mayor definitely helped him out in Game 7 of that last series. But I mean,
Wait to say that.
it's Luka. He's in rarefied air. And I honestly think if he doesn't eat his way out of the league, you might be looking at his current pace, he looks like potentially a top 5 to 7 player of all time. Like, he's that good and he's still that young.
He need a lot of titles, a lot of MVPs.
He
That
does.
part.
I'm just saying, like,
I think, but I mean, if you're 23 years old and you're already in the top 10 of all time on triple doubles, I feel like there is a lot of room. I mean, I think it's attainable, but what I want to see out of him is to possibly become a two-way player. Does he have to be the best defender? No, but you should play some defense.
Europeans aren't really that hype on playing defense for the most part, unfortunately.
at all.
He needs to shut his mouth with the refs and like get himself a nutritionist. I
You guys,
like no
you guys
BS. I could see that shortening his career by a few years. Like you're 23 years old, you need to lose that baby fat. It reminds me of Matt Stafford. And it took Stafford about 3, 4, 5 years in the league where he's like, maybe I should get serious about this and not be chubby.
Well, I agree because, before the bubble, we saw Jokic drop probably like 20 pounds right before the bubble during the
Right.
shutdown. And it
Right.
made a huge difference in his play. Like he was already a triple-double machine, but it did make a huge difference in his play.
Great
I'm
comparison.
Yeah.
You know,
Because I thought the same thing about Jokic. Like, man, this dude's like borderline fat.
Right.
And
Go
you can't
ahead
be
and-
fat if you want to be a dominant NBA player, unless
But
you're
you know
Shaquille
what-
O'Neal. Joe?
Oh, okay, cool. I gotta realize I'm behind you, but I got to sit for like 20 minutes before I finish up.
I know you ain't talking.
First of all, I don't jump in as much as you do. You caught it in 5 minutes.
Oh
but that's
my.
I'm going to get my tea. Oh, Joseph, did you freeze, honey?
Go ahead. Is it my turn? I think he froze.
He's so mad he
all right.
froze.
There we
Go
go.
ahead, hon.
Oh,
Yeah, he's definitely frozen. Will, go ahead.
The one thing
so
about
Luca. Oh,
Oh, now
I
Joe's
lost
back.
Oh,
my
no, he's back.
point. I got
Are you
sidetracked.
sure?
It don't even matter. It don't even
It kept
matter.
freezing. I'm sorry, hun.
so is it me or him?
Joseph, go ahead.
Oh, honestly, I actually really did lose my train of thought because of the whole funny conversation. So it's Phil's turn.
Okay.
Sorry, Joseph. What more can you say about Luca? I've said this on multiple shows, and Megan, I think, knows. I love Luca. I've seen him play. I've seen him play twice. Huge fan of him. Always have been ever since Euroball. This guy won Euro League MVP, Finals MVP, and a championship. And he's the youngest player to win Euro League
As a
Finals
teenager,
MVP
right?
in history. As a teenager, yes. And I know this isn't about sports cards, but listen.
Shout out to Tony Parker.
Yes, one sec. Where's that? One sec. This is my Luka Doncic collection. I have like 100 cards, like 40.
He's got a
cards
whole
of Luka.
shrine.
Yeah, I love Luka. So this guy, I agree. He needs to lose weight. He needs to trim that weight. But this guy's balling out. This guy's shooting lights out. In the series against the Suns, game 1, he had 45 points. Game 2, 35 points. Game 3, 26. 4, 26. Game 5, 28. Game 6, 33. Game 7, 35. In the Warriors game, I know he had a slow game, but he still had 20 points. But one of my favorite Luka moments is in the bubble when he hit that buzzer beater over the Clippers. You knew a star was going to emerge from that moment. And when he hit that shot, I didn't think it was going in. I didn't think it was going in because it was covered heavily. But once he made that shot, it was basically saying a statement. I am here. I am here to stay. Look out. I am going to be one of the many faces of this league. And I personally think, no offense, Trae Young's a great player in his own mind. I think Luka's the best pick in that draft. I think it goes Luka, then Trae. But
Debatable.
Luka just-
Debatable.
It is
And
debatable.
I'll
Yes,
take
and
Luka.
I agree.
I thought.
But
I remember.
let me continue, please. I've been impressed with him. He played 1 year with Dirk, and that probably made him get used to playing in the NBA. But Luka, what more can you say? Luka's just a great shooter, and I think he has a lot of promise.
You done?
Can I remember my thought.
Hold on. I just want to just say this one thing. You done, Will?
Yes.
I just want to say, Trey led in total points and assists. Luka ain't never done that. So it's definitely a debate. I'm just
That's why I
saying.
said at the
Which
end
is
it's
weird
debatable.
too, because Luka or Trae Young has a better supporting cast.
Yeah, he does.
That's debatable too,
That's
because the
debatable.
unicorn was just in Dallas.
He
He
did
ain't the
nothing.
unicorn.
Right,
He ain't the
because I
unicorn.
just looked the
He's
other
just a
day.
pony.
Two of Atlanta's starters missed like 25 games apiece. Hunter and Collins.
And
Right.
also, the mayor done stepped up this year. Dorian Finney-Smith done stepped up this year.
Brunson at times.
Brunson.
Shout out to
Because
the mayor.
they missing Tim Hardaway Jr. That's really Luka's right.
That's
why
true.
I
Tim
said-
Hardaway Jr.
But that's why I
Okay.
said, in my opinion, he's the best.
You did
I know,
say
I'm
that.
just-
I'll take
You're right.
Luka because he's got
Go
Go ahead,
size.
Joseph. Go ahead, Joseph. Go ahead, Joseph.
Okay. About Luka, I don't necessarily have an issue with him crying at the refs because everybody cries at the refs. So it's kind of
You're
like
wrong, Damon.
Including you.
Huh?
Including you.
I don't cry at the refs. I don't know what you're even talking about. Right? But back to the point.
I'll be right back, yeah.
I think I'm like, why are people surprised or expecting it? Everybody does it. So I don't really hold that against him. I think his game has become a lot smoother, and I think it's become a lot smoother because a lot of Jason Kidd is starting to rub off on him. He's not forcing as many shots as he used to, and the guy is showing more trust in his teammates. And I think say it again. I made a great point. The dude named Chuck. He said the main reason why Luka has lost in any of these playoffs is because he gets lost against the better teams, and that was no different from what I saw last night because it was against the better team. But when it's teams that are not, as say, above them in the similar, a certain tier, they're pretty good, and they seem to be going in the right direction. And something just feels different about this particular Luka. The dude is growing before our very eyes. And I think that the sky is the limit for them, and I think the sky is the limit for him. And I think whether he has the size or not, he's still going to be dominant because you can still be in basketball shape and not actually look in shape. For example, even though his legs threw him down, John Wall never looked like he was in shape, but he lasted and was still one of the best combo and transition guards in the game. So it's no different that Luka
John Wall, before he got hurt, he could, regardless of what he looked like, he could always run like a deer.
But the point is he wasn't looking like he was in shape. And a lot of people are critical of Luka because he doesn't look like he's in shape. You can be in basketball shape and not actually be in physical, like body aesthetic wise shape. So I think you can
like Charles Barkley.
And the
round.
Exactly. And so at the end of the day, Luka's great. I love this version of Luka. I'm very excited to see how this team grows, and I think Jason Kidd and him have finally understood how they're going to use him in the games with the teammates around him. And I think
don't like this version of Luka.
Thank you, JJ. You
Asen
are
Kidd.
Exactly right. I couldn't
Asen
agree
Kidd.
more.
This version of Luka.
JJ,
I think
I agree.
this
Don't
version of
like?
Luka has tried to be like a little bit arrogant. A little bit.
It's just
like,
a chirping at the
refs.
refs.
It's just in his
It's
play,
just
not his
the
attitude.
chirping.
It's in his play,
It's just
like
the
not his
chirping.
attitude.
The chirping at the refs, and every time he makes a shot, he's running his mouth or
yeah.
doing
But my
some.
question
I feel
to you
you.
guys is, we glorify players like Jordan because he would bust it on you if you try to say something about, or Larry Bird, he would bust it on you because you said you was going to knock him out. So, like, if you want to be an all-time great, part of you does have that chirping.
Okay, but he
like
just
that.
won his first playoff series this
Exactly.
year. So how much do you
Like,
get to
the
chirp?
comparison to young Jordan was good, but young Jordan wasn't chirping like that because he hadn't done shit yet.
Right.
But you see what
Right.
I'm going at it, though? When you start accomplishing more, you get more and more confident. That's what they're doing. They haven't been to the finals. So, yeah, it may have been the first thing, but it's something they didn't do before. Because if he didn't win, we'd be sitting there saying, oh, we couldn't make the postseason or go past the first round.
True.
I mean,
He's
it was-
ascending.
It's gradual. It's gradual. He's going to. I respect it. I love the cockiness of these players because if you really are that player, you can be cocky and do it. And
Jahan's
he's cocky.
right though. His
Yes.
mouth is ahead of his accomplishments right now.
Right.
Right.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, though,
I agree with
they're
that.
gradual.
Jahan,
I'm
I
just
agree
saying,
with
as
you
you start
on
getting
that.
more and more successful, you start to be a little bit more chirpy. Steph did the same thing as he was coming up. When
You
they
see,
made,
you see last night though. Look at Steph shimmying. Steph
but
was
that's
Can we
shimmying
give a
because
shout?
you're
Can we
proving
give
the
a shout
point.
out to our
You're
sponsor?
proving the point. Their superstar players have that
Who, me?
mantra, and that's
I
why
was
a lot
gonna
of
say
people love him as
Megan
equally why a
Denise's
lot of
checking
people
account.
hate him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna slide over to the next player of the week because we're 30 minutes in. So we just gonna go keep it rolling. I appreciate y'all's points. We hear you. Everybody's is different. WNBA player of the week is number 1 pick overall rookie Ryan Howard for the Atlanta Dream. She has been balling like crazy. She's a shooting guard. She went to college at Kentucky from 2018 to 2022. Like I said, she was the first overall pick. She was a unanimous first team All American. She's a 2-time first team All American. She's WBCA Coaches All American. She's a 2-time SEC Player of the Year, 3-time first team All SEC, second team All SEC, whole bunch of mess in college. So it's remained to be seen what she's going to do in the WNBA, but she's definitely setting a tone over there and very impactful immediately. We see a lot of overall number 1 picks, and I will say I'll go ahead and name names. Charlie Collier on the wings, who did not come to the squad and become impactful immediately. Was it because her role was already filled by somebody else, or was it because Ryan Howard is just that good? So I think Ryan Howard is just that good personally. A lot of times there's a lot of pressure on number 1 picks, and she's coming in and balling out. So what you got, Jahan?
I just want to say, I was trolling a little bit when I said Dream over Wings the first game. But
How dare you?
But I ended up being right. That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. You know?
2 more for you.
Okay.
That is here.
Don't you disrespect
Megan,
my second favorite
spark 'em up,
WNBA
girl.
team like that.
That's neither here nor there.
How can I spark them up? You see how they beat us? They was
Yeah.
up 20 majority of the game. What can I say?
Brian Howard has been everything and more that
As
the Dream could ask
advertised.
for.
Yeah.
33 last game. Just a phenomenal bucket. She's a bucket. That's basically what you gotta say. Homegirl is a bucket. Dream gonna be okay for years to come. Double-digit wins is what I said. I just wanted to put that out there on the vinyl. I said Dream
Okay
double-digit
for years
wins.
to come.
There's a whole nother level to this bet.
You know what I'm saying? But I just want y'all to know, man. Like, look, Dream got something going, and it's gonna be good for them. Playoffs next year. I'm gonna put that out on the table. Double-digit wins this year. Playoffs next year. But Ryan Howard is definitely gonna be a catalyst for that.
We're on level 3 of this bet now.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Keep it coming.
All right, Dom.
If I'm reading this right, I mean, it's early in the season. We're 5 games in, but I believe she's leading the league in scoring. 20.4 a game. Unless the stats are wrong, like I said, WNBA, get to work. Your website would not load. She's also shooting like almost 46% from 3, and we're not talking like Steve Kerr 45.6% from 3. That's on 7.5 attempts a game. She's tied for 8th in the league in blocks. Like I said, great start to the season. She just signed with the Jordan brand.
Yeah, she is leading.
She's phenomenal. Like I said, as advertised thus far, like early on in her career, long season, but I would say the Atlanta Dream trending up.
And her shoe gonna look better than Luca's.
Fact.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So
Joe, what you got?
I love Ryan Howard because I think she's just pretty much could be a triple-double threat because she has great vision. She's a good rebounder, and she has great ability to score. They're going to go against the first-place Washington Mystics coming up this week, and so it's going to be a real test because the Mystics are a great defensive team, and they got their own version of Ryan Howard with Ella Della Dawn. So it's going to be a battle because, the top team right now, us, are going to see what their Ryan Howard is all about. But it makes perfect sense. The girl is I love women's basketball because it's actual team-oriented basketball.
Yes.
Offensive sets. But when you have that moment where some players can do isolation situations, it's beautiful because it shows athletic ability of these women. And Ryan Howard is in that category where she can create her own shot as well as do her own thing in ISO situations. So we're going to see what's up, but I love Ryan Howard.
Okay. Will, what you got?
Like you guys said, she's been balling out. Against the Sparks, she had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Against the Aces. And like Jahan likes to say, the Aces, 13 points, 4 rebounds. Against the Fever, 33 points. Against the Fever again, 19 points. So, yes, she is balling out. And it is proving why she was the number 1 pick in the draft.
Alrighty. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and, since we're talking WNBA right now, let's go ahead and start talking about what has been going on in the WNBA. We're now almost to the end of week 2. Tomorrow will be the start of week 3. Talk about what your team has been doing, or specifically your player, Jahan DT.
Go Rock.
Goat Rozzy. Because we don't have a team. It's just Goat Rozzy.
I just want to say, did she have a 24 point outing against Wheeler Light Storm? Didn't they beat the Storm 2 times last week? I just want, Will, where you go? Don't hide from the smoke.
Is it shot time? We're past the halfway point.
Yeah, we can do a shot.
William.
I didn't turn off my camera, but I had to make another drink, and I almost peed my pants.
William, talk about what Goat Rozzy did against them Storm, though, sir. You know what I mean? You know, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do the same thing to the Wings tonight. Lemon pepper in them. We lemon pepper in them.
No, you're not.
No, 10 o'clock, stay tuned.
Go Wings. Go Wings.
Wow. That's right, go Wings.
Oh, wow. I mean, if you try to get brownie points,
Wings went 2-1 last week. I can tell you all about them games.
But guess what? They ain't going 2-1 tonight. They're going 0-1 tonight. What's up?
You're right, because they're not playing 3 games in one day. You're right, Jahan.
0-1.
You're right, I'm wrong. That's fine.
Let me say something.
Are we doing our shot?
Yeah.
Of course. Go ahead, Will. I'm listening. Counter your counter.
Don't you respect my second favorite WNBA team like that now.
Since today, Junior.
Oh, he keeps. Yes, they do. Damon, yes, Atlanta does have a better supporting cast.
You guys can shout out to the first place team in the WNBA, the Washington Mystics. I love it.
Boy.
They
are great.
Oh, you mean the same Mystics that lost to the Wings last Friday?
And we beat them just this past
Tuesday. They lost us 2 games after that.
So, but Dom, who's number 1?
I was going to bring
early in the season, bro.
My team recently.
You see that point that Tyler made?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tyler. We love you. We miss you.
So
thank you, Tyler. We love you, miss you. Congrats on the
yeah. You know who else is sitting at home? Speaking of top teams, Phoenix Suns. But tell me what them 64 wins did for y'all.
So are we? But she asked, talk about your team right now, and right now they're.
Who's the number 1 seed in the East?
Yes,
Milwaukee.
Yes.
What are they doing?
Yes,
Okay, hold on. Scale it back.
WNBA.
Dom, I got it. Dom, will you please talk about the Wings? Because I know that's your secondary, your third team,
tertiary.
That's my primary and only WNBA
primary
team.
and only. Oh, okay.
Last week on Friday the 13th, beat Washington. Alicia Gray and
being done.
Tell me how to pronounce this name. I should know because of the 14 Africans on the Lions. Agunbowale. 48 points between them. Isabel Harrison had a double-double. Mm-hmm. Then on Sunday, my brother's birthday, and I'm a bad brother because I forgot to text or even call him.
You're a shitty brother. You're
right. I am.
Don't y'all live together?
Yeah.
No. My actual brother, like other other child to come from Carol's lady parts lives in Raleigh.
Oh God!
In
Oh,
Raleigh.
Please don't ever describe it like that ever again.
At least
Okay,
I said
Kenzie.
at least I said lady parts and not. I mean, I could have referred to it correctly.
Oh
I
my
gotta
God, just
sneak.
continue.
I got to sneak in the references whenever I can. But yeah, lost to the Liberty by 10 on Sunday.
No, we beat
Say it
the
again.
Liberty.
Agunbowale. 21 points, and then we got housed by Washington the following game. Balanced scoring, like at least four players in double figures, but poor shooting, like 40% ish, 30% or less from three. But yeah, I gotta find.
I will chime in on.
Go ahead. Oh, I gotta see if my overseas connect can hook me up on some Dallas Wings jerseys.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just answer for you and probably say no because the WNBA gear is so hard.
Hey, I know
to
one
get.
thing. If you do though, I need that white Diana Taurasi.
I
Yes.
mean, remind
It's
me after
really
the
hard
show.
to-
I'll look.
It's really hard to get. Like it's just they don't keep it in stock anywhere, and so like I know.
Worst case scenario, like they might not have what we're looking for, but if they have them at all, we can get custom ones, and they'll be 35 instead of 20. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Know what I mean?
Okay, well, I will chime in on the Wings. On that game against Washington, the second game.
I heard your Texas come out when you said Wings. I heard it. That wasn't it. That's not a diss.
You want me to be like Wings?
Yes, but no. Stay true to your state.
We go as Enrique goes, and she had a really rough scoring night that night. And in the first game where we lost pretty bad too against Atlanta, Enrique had a rough scoring night. And so the others can do what they do, but we go as Enrique goes. Like she is that to us. So when she's only got 7 points or she only has 6 points, like we're probably not going to win those games, and that's just how our team is set up. We're still building. Would I say we're in the middle of a retool or a rebuild? No, I think we're on the other side of that. But I think our other pieces have to come through in some type of way. Also, our unicorn is back. Satu Sabali is back. She is a Turkish League champion or a European League champion. And she's back. So once she clears everything, she'll be on the court. She'll be playing. And I think you'll see a little difference within the Dallas Wings. But you know what? You're only as strong as the ones that you have on the court at that moment. So no excuses. We lost to Washington in a pretty severe type of way, almost like the ATL game. And even though we beat the Liberty and we beat Washington first in the series, I need to see more out of them. I hope that we're able to keep us up at 500.
Not today.
You need to chill out. Yeah, I'm not putting this under 500. And go ahead, Joseph.
John, was that your name the whole time? Did you leave and come back?
No, he came back.
No, I changed it.
Okay. So
I would love Pat Beverly on the Pistons.
Okay, let Joseph speak. Because then I have points.
So I do want to throw a tidbit out to Dom right over here. The last time our best player was in the league with us, they won the national title. So Mystics fans have a lot to feel happy about by having a triple-double machine back in the lineup. So there's some stats for you, my boy. Now back to the Washington Mystics. The Mystics are definitely playing great basketball. They're playing great defense, and they don't even have the full roster. Two of their best defenders are coming back, and once they get into the full, the Mystics have a very good chance of taking it all the way. I've been watching them and been following them and reading on them, and I've been got good reason to be as a little bit out there and a little bit more cocky as normal because I believe in this team, and I say Ella De La Don is magnificent. We lost.
No, hold on. Me, Tyler, you. We all on the same page, and I'm definitely not trying to interrupt. She's probably the best shooter we've ever seen in the women's game. So definitely no hate whatsoever. Like I am really, I said it. I don't care. She's the only one in the 50, 40, 90 club. Who else got that? Who else got it?
Mystics, isn't that a defunct lemonade company?
What I will say is, I do think, and
It's
I do.
still
When Jahan was making this point, Diana Taurasi says college has had one of the sweetest 3-point strokes I've ever seen as far as a woman. And at the end of the day, it's when I watched the game against the Storm, and she was doing the stuff that I seen that she was doing in college, and I was like, it's at 40 years old, she's a primary scorer. But back to the Mystics. We lost to the Wings, and we didn't have Natasha Cloud with us. And then she came back the next game, and she gave us what we needed, which is usually about 10 to 15 points that allows us to be a very deep team. So the Mystics have a lot to be happy about. To answer Will's question from earlier, a long time ago, we talked, I am looking to see about going to Mystics games because, again, like the women's basketball is a really huge part of my life. And so very excited to see what the Mystics can do, because we have, if history repeats itself, that's 2 titles in 2 years since Della Don's been back.
Is the Fever in the same conference as Dallas or no?
No, they're in the East.
Oh, so there's probably like one Wings game.
Shout out to Cool's Ryan
in
Howard.
Indiana. Like I would go to Indiana for a Wings game because Indianapolis is only like 4 hours away. Like that's the closest.
Can I go
Right.
now? So the Storm had a tough last few games. As Jahan pointed out, we lost 2-0 to the Mercury. Diana Taurasi played lights out. Sue Bird in the second game unfortunately couldn't hit a shot. She was struggling from 3. But we got Stewie back last night, and we beat the Sky by, I think, 3 points. Sorry, Tyler. Sorry, Eric. But hopefully now that Stewie's back and Jewel Lloyd can hit a rhythm and Sue Bird hopefully can shoot better, I think we can be one of the best teams in the WNBA. Upcoming, we're playing the Sparks and the Liberty, so we'll see how we do in both those games.
All right. Anything else on the WNBA? Oh, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just read off the standings.
I wanted to point. I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt again.
Don't be sorry.
I wanted to point out the best games of the week. If people are watching WNBA, these are the games I think people should watch. The Wings are playing the Mercury. That's tonight.
The Mercury winning.
Boy, I didn't finish. And that's the
Boy.
The Mercury winning.
Boy, sit down.
And then the Mystics are playing the Dream twice in the next few days. And then the Sky are playing the Mystics. So definitely look out for those games, I would say.
Absolutely. I'm just go ahead and read off the standings for you guys real quick. In the Eastern Conference, we got the Mystics at number 1. They are 4-1. The Dream are also 4-1. Then at number 3, we've got the Connecticut Sun. They are 2-1. The Sky is 2-2 at number 4. The Fever is 2-4 at number 5, and the Liberty is 1-4 at number 6 in the Western Conference. We got the Aces at number 1, who are 4-1. The Mercury are at 2-2, and they are in second place. The Wings are at number 3. They are also 2-2. Sparks are at number 4. They are 2-3. The Storm is 2-3 at number 5, and then the Lynx are 1-4 at number 6. So a little switch up from what we've seen in the last few years, especially with the Liberty and the Lynx being at the bottom of each conference. So I know that the Liberty was kind of a team that was trending up. Sabrina is the number 1 selling jersey. So I know we expected a little more out of them, but for them, we're only 5 games in. We'll see what week 3 brings, and just excited for what the WNBA is doing, and that all you guys are paying attention.
Oh, I have been. And
who did? Wait, you said Washington only has 1 loss, right?
Yeah,
but who did they lose to?
Well, Dallas.
Hey,
let's go.
Can I?
Cheap shot.
We're having game 2, Dom.
Can I say something ironic? How
Go ahead,
ironic
Will.
is it that I was born in Connecticut, but I don't cheer for the Sun at all?
You're a carpetbagger. Like Jahan. Well, you're not as bad as Jahan. You can never be as bad as Jahan.
No one's worse than Jahan.
I'm surprised Jahan
You
only
mean-
has one WNBA team.
You mean GOAT status? What you mean? What you trying to say?
I was about to say, y'all tripping. He ain't bad at nothing.
Yeah, GOAT status.
Okay, so
That's my
let's
boy.
move on to the NBA. Let's move on to the NBA. You said TMI.
What are you signing?
That's
TMI?
what he said.
Vanity.
Let's move on to the NBA. We are now in the conference finals. So let's talk about the series that led up to the conference finals and then the game ones. So, John, start us off. Who you wanna start
Okay.
with?
First off, I just want to say, Phoenix.
What's up, Jay?
Phoenix definitely let me down.
Oof.
I had Phoenix pick to beat Dallas in 5 games. Um,
On Cena.
I said that Phoenix would beat Dallas in 5 games. That did not happen. I called Celtics in 7. That did happen. So I was happy about that.
So you're just calling out all the bets that I lost.
I said
Did you just meet Jahan?
Heat in I did say Heat in 6, so that happened and I was happy about that. And who else? Golden State. Dubs. I thought Dubs in 5, but especially when Ja Morant went down, I was like, yo, Dubs gonna definitely do it. When they put the reserves in and the reserves beat the Dubs by almost 50, it was just unreal to me. But game 6, they finally realized who they were, got it done, took care of business. I don't think Dubs make it that close anymore the rest of the playoff. Dubs are my pick. I got Dubs in 5 this series. I think they're just too much for the Mavs. Shout out to Luka for what he was able to accomplish this year. I still say no reason to be cocky yet because you just now won your first playoff series, bro. Like, relax. However, phenomenal game 7 series. Put the team on his back like Marshawn do, like Greg Dennis do. It was a great series. But listen, I got them taking 1 game at best. Warriors just too much firepower. You never know where it's coming from, who's gonna give you what, and Mavericks don't got the horses to deal with it. I like the Heat in 6. I really think Jimmy Butler is on a different level right now on what he's doing. The young Bull Tatum is a dog. He's a dog. I really
this
realized
playoff series was his coming out party. Well, I
really realized how much of a dog he was against Brooklyn. I had Brooklyn in the finals. I just want to throw that out there. I had Brooklyn coming out of the East, being in the finals. A lot of us did. Bucks ducked them, and it cost them because Bucks had to have a home game to Boston instead of it being in Milwaukee. That was definitely the turning point. That game 7 in Milwaukee is a whole different ball game, but that's neither here nor there either. Celtics got it done. Milwaukee didn't. Celtics got it done. Milwaukee didn't.
If I had to take a shot for every time Jahan said that's neither here nor there, I'd be drunker than I am right now.
Yeah, do it every time. But
I don't got a fifth to be taking shots like that, bro.
Yeah, but it was definitely Milwaukee ducked Brooklyn, and they paid for it. Boston had a home game. Great basketball right now. This is some of the best basketball has ever been in the NBA postseason. Giannis, what he was able to accomplish has to be acknowledged.
200, 150.
Only player ever to do that. You gotta tip your hat to that. Go ahead, Dom. Because I'll ramble all night.
Right. No Middleton. That was big for them. Shout out to Boston for getting this far. As far as the East, I'll echo your sentiments. It's Miami, probably in 6. The West, like you said, Dallas. If they might win 1 game, if they win 2, that's a triumph. just to get there, they were lucky. Shout out to Game 7, Spencer Dinwiddie, because as good as Luka was in that game, they do not win that game without the mayor. My original pick is still alive. It's Golden State. They're just too much for Dallas, and especially like I would have thought maybe Dallas could have stretched to 6, but after what I saw Wiggins do to Luka in Game 1, I'm like, okay, like Jahan said, the Warriors' firepower is too much, but now they've found a defensive presence to minimize or shut down Luka. So yeah, it's the Dubs and it's the Heat. Looking forward to it. It's sad because I was really looking forward to a rematch in the finals of the Suns and the Bucks. Now we're not going to see any of that. CP3, like, man, what happened? Like, I love Chris Paul, but man, you just playoffs come and eventually, like, when it gets down to it, he does not show up, and it's unfortunate, but.
You know what I love about these young stars? Because they do have gradual success to be cocky. Ja did it in the second round when he was shimmying and stuff like that, and it came to bite him. You really are polarizing, and that's what makes you a superstar, is because even though you haven't been successful, you're still the man out there with the master plan. And I think that's embodying of Luka.
He
And
wasn't shimmying, he was gradient.
Also, one other thing, sorry to interrupt, Joe, but this playoff series, death of the super teams.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt,
Warriors
Joe.
have a super team. Warriors have a super team.
At any rate,
Homegrown.
No, that's homegrown. They don't have KD Williams anymore.
They have a super team, but it was homegrown.
Okay.
at any
Different.
rate, superstars are cocky, so that doesn't bother me, and I love everything about it because it makes him a villain, and that makes him great in this series because if he was to conquer it, they do great. And the Warriors are a strong team, and this is a good test for him. CP3, you're 36 years old or close to 37 years old. You should not be playing 7-game series at your age. And the good credit about Jason Kidd is because he knew CP3 at his age. Remember, Jason Kidd played till 40. So he knew how much conditioning and things mattered to him.
Kid.
When they won their title at his age, they only had like 5 and 6 game series. They only won or twice. They had Lakers in 4, Portland in 6, Oklahoma City in 5. So he was like, you know what? I'm going to attack Chris Paul early and often. And they did, and they got him. Luka, Jalen, and the mayor were attacking him left and right. So this is a different team. I think the Warriors are the deepest team in the league and the deepest team in the playoffs, and they know what they're doing. And Chef Curry is definitely looking like he's back to full health because the best benefit was Jordan Poole coming alive in the early parts of the early postseason to allow him to get healthier. On the East Coast, them Celtics may be the shortest bench team. They don't run maybe like 8 deep, but no one plays better, especially responds better and adversity that they have in the postseason. I had called Boston in 7 because I expect a win one, lose one, win one, lose one deal. So right now they're up by 14 because they respond better than most teams. Jason Tatum, he is the superstar scorer and athlete, but the one that really kind of kickstart things to kind of make sure they kind of stay together, Jaylen Brown, because they play better when he gets off as well as Jason Tatum. It's like Jaylen Brown allows them to keep close with the team, and then Jason Tatum takes them over the top. I've been watching them, so I think, Miami is going to be giving them a fit because Miami's great, but I got Boston in 7, and I got the Celtics and the Warriors in the NBA Finals.
Okay. What you got, Will?
So, yeah, both are great series. I agree with John and
Yeah, you better.
calm down. Dom, that Luka's gonna get caught up, and Luka's gonna realize playing the Warriors ain't as easy. So I do have the Warriors in 5. On the other series, this is a good matchup because you got great players. Also, like the Warriors and the Maverick series, but I've got Miami in 7.
Okay. Oh, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna put my picks out there for the East, but for the West, I definitely have Golden State. I think Mavs are gonna win one game at home, and then I think Golden State's gonna dominate the rest of the series. I think this is gonna be a good series in the East, and almost as good as the Bucks Celtics series. Like I think it could go 7 games. I think it could go either way. Either team is incredibly. Y'all said that the Celtics aren't very deep on the bench, but I mean, they've been there. So they've been getting through. The others been scoring. Pritchard had a big game one night.
I was going to say.
Derek White had a decent game one night. So, I feel like the others have made a difference on Boston. Probably the better coach team at the moment. And I don't want to say better coach, more experienced coach is going to be Miami and in this position. So if there is a factor that there is an advantage, I would say it's probably the coaching, and it's going to take Miami to the next level. But I think that Boston has done an absolute excellent job in this postseason, and I think it's going to be a 7-game series. Could go either way, but I will give the slight edge to Miami because of the coaching experience. All right, last topic, guys. Draft lottery. We don't have to say a whole lot. What?
I was just saying Boston's up by 17. I was kind of shocked at that.
They are up by 17 currently. I just real quick, what your thoughts are on the draft lottery if your team was in the top 10, or what your thoughts are on the Orlando Magic or the first couple of picks. Jahan, what you got?
I just want to say I was bummed out about this draft lottery because my actual team that I root for, your Charlotte Hornets.
My Charlotte Hornets.
Neither here nor there. Do a shot.
Oh man,
they're mine.
But
how about to give me alcohol poisoning?
Your Charlotte Hornets, my Charlotte Hornets, everyone on the panel, Charlotte Hornets, got the 13th pick overall, which they only had a 1% chance of getting the top pick anyway. So, I mean, whatever. However, San Antonio at 9. San Antonio at 9 was a shocker. And the Magic winning the first pick was a shocker. I mean, how many times they got a chance to get it right? It's ridiculous. They had a prime Shaq and a prime Dwight Howard, and they also drafted Chris Webber at number 1. So
Penny wasn't
at the end of the day, you don't got many chances to get it right. Chet Holmgren is not number 1 overall. Do not do this, Orlando Magic. You will regret it.
As long as he's 1 through 4, that's fine.
Yes, but he's not a number 1 overall. Magic, don't do this to yourself and be back in the lottery next year.
Or Banchero.
That's what's gonna happen. Banchero, Sombrero. He's not it either.
Banchero.
I just want y'all to know.
Again.
Come on, Tar Heel.
Huh?
Anybody from Duke? Ain't it?
But what did you say?
Remember Jahan?
Say it again.
Banchero, Sombrero.
Right. Orlando wins 18 games.
Yeah.
Yo,
again.
Jahan, can I say something? Jahan, remember my nickname?
Where's that Jay Cutler meme? This one.
Yo. Jahan, remember the nickname for him? Sit on the benchero.
Sit on the benchero.
Are we doing a shot? Somebody say shot?
Dom, go ahead.
I'll do a chug. The Pistons got fucked. Can I say fuck?
Wow.
I don't
in the lottery.
This is a family show, y'all.
How many top 5 picks have y'all had in the last 2 decades?
Yeah.
For real.
2?
A lot.
Top 2 or 3?
A lot.
Okay.
One of them we won't mention.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade and that Serbian kid is all I know of.
She said 2 decades. Darko Milicic.
No, why would you say his name? I said Serbian kid. Don't say his name. We have the Serbian kid. I'm not even mad. Like, I'd have been fine with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. 5.
Darko over Melo. The most craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Bosh or Wade over Melo.
Over Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Who had just won a national title.
Or we would have totally changed the scope of his career.
Okay, continue.
Either way, we got fucked because, like, I didn't want Chet Holmgren, but I did want Jabari Smith, or Ranchero. Who's number 3? Now we're looking at Ivy, who I don't really want, or like the third or fourth best small forward, power forward, Keegan Murray. I don't want that dude. What's his name? Shaden Sharp, the dude that has not played a game of college basketball.
Yeah, that's a weird
Don't want him. So I guess Keegan Murray. I mean, honestly, I would rather trade that pick to anyone for anything. We're not going to be able to trade Jeremy Grant. Like, that's no longer in play. People are like, Sten Grant. I'm like, I'll become a fan of a different team. But I don't know. Like, we're still a couple pieces away, and it hurts because the 5th pick is not going. I like Keegan Murray too. I don't like him as, like I said, the third best power forward, small forward.
Don't make it do what it do. You got to make it do what it do in that situation.
It's just like they should probably just quit with the draft lottery and just let the worst team get the first pick. Or
Agreed.
You know what would be awesome? And I've said this. We do this in my fantasy football leagues. The bottom 4 teams have a playoff.
Oh, have a tournament. Have a tournament.
Yes.
Have
and
you be the bottom 4 teams for the lottery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go out there and win 2 games if you want that first pick. Because even if you suck, you've got to go out there and leave blood, sweat, and tears on the court to get that first pick.
That eliminates tanking.
Exactly.
Right?
You can tank your way into the bottom, and that's how my fantasy football league is. You can tank your way into the bottom 4, but then you got to win 2 games to get that number 1 pick.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like it too.
You're welcome.
Okay.
This came from Dom's brain. Yikes.
Trivia from Olivia. Trivia from Olivia.
Joseph, what you got?
So I like the play-in thing. The only thing I wonder is that what if a team has the worst record, but they won't get the pick that should be rightfully earned to them because they are the worst team?
They might have been tanking.
Play-in.
Yeah,
Go ahead and tank your way down into the bottom 2.
I think
Or
if you're going to do a game, you should do only just one game between the 2 worst teams.
1 and 2.
Leave it that, because I think that's the only.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Bottom 4 would be better because then it's a tournament.
Dom, thank you, my man. I think that's the only true way to really figure it out. Orlando, I will say they did make a finals with Shaquille O'Neal. They did make the finals with Dwight Howard. So I can't say they haven't got it right because they seem to have. Both times they lost to a better team. And so at the end of the day, I won't necessarily say they haven't figured it out. They just got a rookie, first team rookie in Franz Wagner. They've got pieces. I think they don't need to go after Shaq. And I saw Tyler make a comment about saying he was too frail. They all are. Look at Dwight Howard when he first came in. Look at Giannis. All they got to do is just get into the league, get into the development. We're talking about how body types look, and nobody comes in looking what they are now. So I'm not going to use that typically against them because I give them a chance to see. And I will say, I think the team that won is Oklahoma City because they got 2 of the top 14 picks.
Yes,
they have Josh Giddey, who almost averaged a triple-double as a rookie. They have SGA, who is also a combo guard. They can play 1 and 2. They got Dort. If they get Jabari Smith or Paolo Banchero, they were weak inside. They would have a big that had playmaking ability, which should definitely help them. And then they can do what they want with the 12th pick. Wizards got the 10th pick. We really need a point guard. We really need a guard that can actually run the offense. And so if Keegan makes it that down far, I would definitely take him because Iowa guys know how to run offenses because that's the only way they go about it. And then the Wizards do want to be a perimeter-based team, and he comes from a perimeter-based deep offense.
Chet Holmgren is 11 inches taller than me. 11 inches taller. You know how much more he weighs than me? 45 pounds.
Development happens in the league. You gotta get into that.
Your body type does not change.
Your development.
Once you're a grown man.
You still get stronger. That's the point. You still get stronger. Everybody.
That dude is a fucking noodle.
You very much get stronger. You don't know what the future is, and he has every chance. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to.
He could get stronger. It's just he's always going to be a noodle.
and be effective
Okay.
as a neutral.
As long as he goes 1, 2, 3, or 4, I'm good with it.
Will, what
Can
do you
I
have on the
please go,
topic?
guys? We don't have all night. Thank
Okay,
you.
guys, I got the moderating. There's no need for any of that.
I'm sorry. It's just
It's all right. No, it's not.
the Hornets got the 13th pick. We'll see what we do with it. I think we need a center. I don't know who's going to fall that far. I would love a center or forward. And then we also have the 15th pick. So with our first pick, I'd rather get like a really good center out there. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
I think that that's a very similar problem for a lot of us. I think the Spurs have center depth issues. I think Chicago has center depth issues, and that's going to be something that they're probably going to go pretty high in the first round because there's several teams that are having that same problem.
Definitely.
We have someone that's playing power forward right now who is actually a small forward in Keldon Johnson. So whether we went with an actual center or a combo power forward center, I would be happy with that. I'm not going to go ahead and name names because I hate jinxing myself. We drafted Josh Primo first round last year, and I wanted to kill myself. But he turned out to be an excellent shooter, and so I'm happy with the way it worked out currently. But at the time, I didn't see the big picture, and we still have these center depth problems another season later. So I really hope that we address it in this draft.
You can go get DeAndre Ayton on a max, so we don't.
Negative.
Hey, Meg,
So we have the ninth.
I got to bounce
Okay,
out.
honey. Okay, honey. Thank you for doing the show.
All right,
Thanks,
you guys.
Joe.
Yeah.
Thanks,
See y'all
Joe.
later.
We have the 9th pick, and I believe the 22nd pick and the 25th pick, or the 23rd and the 25th. So we have 3 first-round picks. So if we're unable to get who we want exactly at the 9th pick, I think we'll be able to double back with 2 excellent first-round picks. And probably steals. We're known for steals in the first round.
Yeah, you are.
So and in the second round, Manu Ginobili. So my favorite Spur of all time.
Manu.
And, yes, and so I guess that's it for the show tonight. Is there any shout outs?
Guys, watch the WNBA. Watch the W, please.
Watch the Gauntlet. Watch Basket Bros. Watch the
Watch
NBA Carousel.
everything.
Watch the
Watch
NFL
every-
Carousel when we're back in season. Watch the Sports Arena.
I was
Sideline
gonna say,
Sports.
watch everything.
We are
on
everywhere.
the sideline.
Confidential. 3 Chicks in a Pod. Did I run the gamut?
Sideline Sports.
No, I think that's
Everything
it.
sideline sports.
I just want to take my
Watch it.
time to say, fuck Patrick Beverly. Who the hell
yeah.
do you think you are, Patrick Beverly?
I was wondering when this was coming.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Chris Paul is a
Listen,
legend. He's a
he's been
Hall of
all-time-
Famer in the game.
Been
I
a-
just want to say, you
on
get
the
on these
defensive
talk
team.
shows acting like you are the best player that ever played the game. You've done nothing, Patrick Beverly. And I hope you see this. I hope you see this and it resonates with you. What have you done? You've been to, 3-4 teams and
Tag him in the
averaged
comments.
8 more points per game than I do? Fuck out of here, loser. I just want you to know you're a bum, bro. And I would tell you in your face if I ever see
Bro,
you, Patrick Beverly.
You would love him on your team. There's not one of us here. I mean, granted,
I
there's
wouldn't want him on my team at
3
all.
teams.
I'm gonna tell you why, because he's a bum and Marcus Smart is what he wants to be. Marcus Smart is what Patrick Beverly wants to be.
Oh, shout out to Marcus Smart, Defensive
No.
Player of
And
the Year.
And it's true. Like Patrick Beverly, you think you're so good at what you do. You couldn't call Chris Paul a cone. Bitch, you're a cone. How many people have dropped 40 pieces on your head?
What?
Fuck out of here, Patrick Beverly. You're a fucking bum and you're a loser.
Hang on. What was that? What did that reference mean when he said he's a cone? What did that mean?
People go around cones.
Oh, okay.
You go
That's
around
the
cones.
stupidest thing I've ever
I mean, they do. Many people have gone around Chris Paul to get to the finals.
How many people gone around Patrick Beverly? Because he's a fucking bum. Fuck out of here.
Oh my god, that's perfect way to end.
It is. Mic drop. The show's over.
John's rant brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft.
Yeah. Miller Genuine Draft. Good night, y'all.